Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturdays with Steph. I'm Stephanie. If you're new here, welcome. It's good to see everybody. First, I wanted to start today by thanking you all for all the well wishes. I was really sick this last week with the flu. I had to cancel the Wednesday Stephen and Stephanie Stowe Day. For those of you who came because you didn't get the message, I'm so sorry. It was not pretty. So I was thinking about maybe turning on the Zoom and just letting you guys sew and bowing out, but you did not want to see what was going on. It was bad. I had about a 36-hour flu bug, and my husband was out of town also this week, so it was a lot of things going on. Unfortunately, my kids had to fend for themselves for about 24 hours, but luckily my daughter is very responsible and took care of me and everybody else in the house. So I got a great kid. But I want to thank you all for the well wishes. I am feeling a lot better. I am just a little bit tired, but other than that, I'm pretty much completely recovered. So thank you guys so much. So I'm going to go over to the chat and see who's here. Today we're going to be sewing up my rose garden pattern from my spring project box. I'm really excited about this. I've seen a couple of you already sewing it, and you sent me a couple of pictures, and it's looking really great. So I'm really excited to get this done. So let me go back to the chat and see who's here. Hi, Patty. Thank you for being here, for moderating. Marcella's here. Hello there. Hi, Nadine from France. Cheryl Curley's here. Good to see you. Linda Parsons is here. Hi there. Kathy's Quilts and Creations. Paula's here. Hey, Paula. Good to see you. Bettina's here. Hi, Bettina. Dorlyn Dale's here from Colorado. Hi there. Good to see you. One of these days, I need to hang up the quilt that I was given over at Millersburg. The amazing ladies from Millersburg, if you don't know, handmade me a quilt, and they all contributed, the ladies who were in my very first retreat, and it was given to me at this last retreat, and it's just beautiful. And Dorlyn was one of the contributors. So I think if you guys, every time I look at the quilt, I'm going to hang it up here maybe for next Saturday and show you guys. So it's just beautiful. Kathleen Cook is here. Good to see you. Slay Arts is here, who is our friend Shannon. Thank you for being here, Shannon. Hang on, I'm going to make you a moderator. Changed name. Okay. Let's see who else is here. Philippa's here. Hey, Philippa from Australia. Math Geek is here. Good to see you. Russ is here. Hey, everybody. Or hey, Russ from Quilt Meets World. Linda Dollar's here. Good to see you. Linda Denton. Lots of Lindas today. Ingrid is here. Hi, Ingrid. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Lots of you guys here today. Thank you for being here. I missed you guys. I haven't been able to make videos or anything. I've been so sick, but on the mend. So yeah, I can get back to it. Katie Crafts is here. Tamala Hannah's here. Jacqueline Spear is here. Hello, guys. Anne is here from New Zealand. Hi, Anne. Good to see you. Nancy Gus is here. Hey, Nancy. Zella McKenzie. Hi there from Michigan. Not too far from me. Donna Bogart's here. Doreen's here. Hi there. Shelly Stewart's here. Hi, Shelly. Good to see you. Okay, I think I'm pretty much caught up. So let's get working on this quilt. I'm super excited to make this. The blocks on the wall behind me are not part of this quilt. I just left them there because I didn't have anything else to put on there. That's from the Christmas stitched block of the month from Pastry Shop Quilts, which I'm working on now. And I'm really loving it so far. So if you guys haven't seen it, even if you don't want to, participate, go check out Pastry Shop Quilt Shop, because she's got a picture of it over there. It's really pretty quilt. But today we're going to work on the spring project, the rose garden. So get over here where I can turn on the camera. Hi, Mona. Mona's here. Good to see you. That's Mona, Ohio Mona. We have Arizona Mona and Ohio Mona. Okay, got that camera on. So hopefully you guys can see my hands here eventually. First thing we're going to do is, I know y'all love half square triangles. We're going to make a whole bunch of half square triangles. So these are some background squares that we don't need right now. You'll need your 5-inch print squares, your 5-inch background squares. You should have a pile of 2.5-inch print squares and a pile of 2.5-inch background squares. Hopefully you've cut all this ahead of time. I'm not going to go over all the cutting instructions right now and all that stuff, but you all have it if you got my box. Hey, Shirley, around to it. Good to see you. Patty said, I'm almost done with quilt number 2 from this fabric. Awesome. There is enough fabric, I think, I think Patty can confirm, to almost make a whole nother one, especially if you don't mind scrappy. You all know I'm not really a scrappy girl, so I got to keep my colors together, but it's definitely possible. So put that out of the way. I'm going to chain piece all of these to make it go faster because we got 52 half square triangles to make. So if you've already got these all cut out, pair up a background square with your print squares and then draw a line down the center. And then we're going to sew a 1/4 inch on either side of that line. And it doesn't have to be scant. Y'all know I write everything for a true 1/4 inch. So if you want to make it scant because that's what you like, go for it. But it doesn't have to be. So if you're not sewing this today and you're here, is there something else you're working on at home? I'd love to know. And don't forget to go to the Together We Sew Facebook group, Together We Sew Quilting, where you can post pictures of your projects you're working on. Doesn't have to be my project, it can be any project. The funny thing was I was telling Shannon last week that I sort of lost my sojo a little bit. A little bit demotivated there for a while. I was very kind of tired and overwhelmed. I had a lot of stuff going on, personally, professionally, and all it takes is one flu bug to get back your sojo. So I've seen people say, oh, I lost my sojo. How do I get it back? And I was like, I don't know. Because I'd never lost it really that much before. And I sort of did. And having the flu and not being able to get up and do anything for a couple days and not be able to sew, got it back. Now I'm ready to go. Although not the way I recommend getting your sojo back because you don't want the flu. Let's see, Russ said, I intended to sew the project box, but I'm this close to having the top done for a wind drifter quilt using Maureen McCormick's flower power line. Russ, please post a picture when you're done with that. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be awesome. You finish that and then you can work on this. You're a good quilter. You can get this done like lickety split. I know it. I can't wait to see that. Mary said, just stopping by to pay rent and say hi. We're off to Red Robin. Ooh, enjoy. They have a pretty good salad at Red Robin, chicken salad. I like their salad. My daughter is loving HSTs. She's learning and loves your spring box. Awesome. Good. Yeah, this is a nice, easy beginner quilt. And for those of you who are more advanced, it'll go together really easily, quickly for you. And for those beginners, it'll teach you a couple different blocks. So. Kathy's quilts in Crash said, I've been working on my FPP elephant. So much fun. Oh, I want to see that. That's going to be adorable. Elephants are one of my favorite animals. My favorite animal on that new 2 line is the elephants, although they're all cute, really, but Math Geek said, I have a mystery sew along from Bear Creek Quilting that I'm working on today. I almost said that right. Awesome. I'm on the half square triangle heaven with the spring project, said Shannon. Shelly said, I'm embroidering tea towels to send to my mama. I love making little things for her. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, cute. Cheryl said, I just finished my cotton cuts Piazza Small, waiting on the final borders. Awesome. We didn't get the fabric for that yet, did we, Cheryl? I don't remember getting the fabric for Piazza for the last one yet. I saw a couple emails about the clues, but let's see. Lori said, I like all your patterns that you write. You make it easy to read. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. I write them that way because I hate when I get a pattern and I really, really love the way the quilt looks. And then I open the pattern and it's very difficult to understand what they're saying. And a lot of times when that happens, I just kind of do it my own way, sort of rewrite it. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I'm excited to see that. Russ said, my Everglow kit arrived yesterday. The fabrics are gorgeous. Yes, they are. So pretty. I can't wait to make it. That's the next one in line. Bettina said, finishing a jelly roll quilt top. Awesome. Marcella said, have a great evening. I'm off to pay attention to the quilt. Bless you, Stephanie and friends. Awesome. Thank you. Have a good night or a good evening. Anne said, I'm making PJs for my great grandies. Aw, that's fun. What a great reason to sew. My grandma did that for us when I was a kid. She was a garment sewer. And every time we came to her house, she had either a new dress or a new pair of pajamas for us. It was fun. Cheryl said, no, we didn't get the fabric yet, just the clue. Okay. Nancy hasn't reserved hers yet. Okay, so we must not have gotten, I haven't checked my email, so I didn't know if we had gotten it. I just happened to see like the clue come through the email. I didn't even open it yet. Good to see you're feeling better. I'm working on my last 4th of July table runner for the nieces, said Sue. Thank you, Sue. Hi, Sherry. How you doing? Sherry Harris is here. Speaking of 4th of July table runner, that is a good segue. If you guys like the Fort Worth Fabric Studio sew alongs, they just announced the new sew along, and the name is escaping me right now, but it's red, white, and blue. And it's a table runner that's going to be 20 by 50, and it's going to be a 4-week sew along. So they just got more kits in stock. They had sold out in one day and had to restock. They put more kits up. So if you're interested in that, go on over there now, or you can always sew your stash. That's one thing I love about Fort Worth Fabric Studio. They give you all the patterns for free, and then you can sew your stash. But keep an eye out for my video this coming week. I will be getting a fabric kit and show you the fabrics. And typically, now I don't know, I'm just kind of jumping the gun here, but typically the Jody over at Fort Worth gives me one to give away. So if she does again this time, I'll have a giveaway this next week for you guys. But that's going to be a fun sew. I've got a lot of really big projects going on right now, so it's really nice to have something small that I can finish quickly to feel like I've accomplished something. Katie Kraft said, assembling the Socialites 2 quilt top. I'm doing a simple setting. I would love to see that when you finish it. Can you post a picture on Facebook or something? I like their setting, but it seems like it's a whole nother bunch of stuff that I have to cut and make a whole nother quilt just to put the settings. But I haven't finished my blocks yet. I admit it, I'm behind on Socialites. Is anybody else doing Socialites that's behind? I think I have 5 blocks or so to catch up on. I'm seeing all the finishes out there and wishing I was finished too, but I fell behind. Yeah, Shelly, I hope so too. She said, I hope my Cotton Cuts clue shows up on time this month so I can sew with you. They were a little funky last time. I actually wasn't sure if mine was going to show up on time, but I was going to have the thing anyway and just kind of talk while you guys sewed, but it ended up showing up. Their shipping and computer system, I think, got a little bit mixed up last month. Having a great weekend off so far, says Sherry. Took my bestie to lunch to celebrate her birthday. It was so nice to sit and catch up. Aw, that's nice. Plus, I'm glad you got a weekend off. That's great. Matthew said, oh yes, I've only sewed through block 8, so really behind. That's okay, we'll be behind together. We'll catch up eventually. So next Saturday, for those of you who know who Stephen Bland is of Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter, he's having a virtual Zoom quilt retreat. As of a couple of days ago, a few people had dropped out, so he had a few spots open up. So if anybody's interested in joining his Zoom retreat, just go on over to his YouTube channel, and under all his videos, he has his information, his email address, and you could email him and ask him if there's a spot open. And if not, he might put you on a wait list if you're interested. You could join the Zoom retreat. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's all day from 8 a.m. Eastern time to 5 p.m. Eastern time on next Saturday. He's going to have 3 guest speakers. Sorry, I'm checking my seams. He's going to have 3 guest speakers. One of them is going to be Sean from The Guy Who Sews. Most of you know him. He's a buddy of mine. I really enjoy Sean's company. He's a really nice guy. He's going to be talking about how to enter a quilt in a quilt show. And Russ from Quilt Meets World, who's here in the chat right now, he's going to be on, and I believe he's going to be talking about long arm quilting because he just got a long arm machine. I think, Russ, correct me, but within the last few months. And he's going to be talking about, like, I believe, like some beginner intro into long arm quilting, like something like that. And then I'm also going to be guest speaking, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to be talking about how quilts are judged at a quilt show. So there's going to be lots of fun things. And during the different presentations, you can just bring a UFO or whip and work on it and just chat with everybody. I know Steven's going to have some giveaways. I donated a few patterns to him, some PDF patterns, and I think he's got a few other things from other people to give away. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, like prizes, games, speakers, sewing, quilting buddies. What could be more fun about that? So I hope you guys will be there. I hope we'll see you there. And then Sean is going to come on my channel next Saturday after the retreat. So my live might start about 15 minutes later, so, but Sean and I have been working on a project, the same quilt, but with different fabrics, and we're going to show you our finished quilt top. So it'd be nice to have Sean on next Saturday. So lots of things coming up. Okay. Ingrid said, American made table runner kit from Fort Worth Fabric Studio. Yeah. Yeah, that's this next sew along, and that begins May 15th. So we still got a few weeks to go until that starts. Kathleen said, I didn't get my cotton cuts until last Friday. Sounds like I wasn't the only one with delivery issues. They had a lot of issues this last month, Kathleen, with that and with the payments. I don't know if anybody else got the email about they got charged and then you got another charge. And then they sent an email this last week that they were working on figuring out what happened. And yeah, it was kind of, I think their new computer system is giving them a little bit of a headache. So I'll tell you that the USPS has been really unreliable too. They lost another package of mine that I sent to a customer. So it's kind of frustrating, you know, to send something out and thinking it's going to get there and then it doesn't arrive and then you got to redo it. And then you have to put in for a reimbursement for the post office. And then it takes them almost 6 weeks because they have to go search for it. And then they have to come back and say, we couldn't find it. And then they have to tell you, okay, go ahead and put in the receipt for the reimbursement. And it's a big headache. So they have been not good with the mail service lately. I'm not sure what's going on with USPS. Let's see. I got the Fort Worth Fabric Studio kit this time. It will be my first sew along with them. Oh, yay. Cool. Katie Kraft said his retreats are fun. Yes, Stephen's retreats are a lot of fun. So excited about the Zoom retreat. His retreats are fun, said other people. Yes. Quilt Meets World said January. Oh, that's when he's got his long arm. Cool. I knew it was only in the last few months. Hi, Gladys, Confident Quilter. Good to see you here. Steve and Walter, who, yeah, they are. I've gotten asked a few times recently when my next retreat is. My next retreat is actually in August in Washington State. But before then, I'm going to go to Canada to the Quilt Canada show. And I know a few of you are going to be there. So if you're going to be there, stop by or find me, say hello. But Steve and Walter are going to be there too. So I'm really looking forward to meeting them in person. It's always nice when you can meet people that you sew with on here in person and put, you know, a face to a name. And although I already know his face, you know, it'll be nice to kind of see him in person. And some of you, if you're going to be there. Let's see. Matthew said, yeah, it was double charged, but they fixed it up pretty quickly. Yeah, they double charged. I'm getting 2 this time. And one of them I paid for the whole thing up front, and the other one I'm doing the monthly. They double charged me on both. They went back and charged me for the whole thing, which was kind of scary because like $200, you know, went on my credit card like right away. But they reversed to that one. And then the one that was monthly, they asked if it was okay to just apply it to the next month. And I was like, well, yeah, that's fine. As long as it doesn't come out again this month. So I'm going to assume for the people who they did that with, they're just suspending the payment for this month and sending the clue. Shannon said to Russ, Quilt Meets World, I'm looking forward to your talk about your long arms. I want one bad. Yeah, it's fun, Shannon. And if any of you are interested in doing the legit kit block of the month, I believe you can still order through, and I know Shannon will correct me, but May 21st or 22nd, and then it begins in June sometime, I believe. So Shannon, if you want to, you can throw that link in the chat. Shannon is affiliate with Legit Kits, and she's trying to become a certified instructor, which I think is amazing. So she's going to be sewing the block of the month on her channel. So I'm looking forward to that because we can all sew along with her and she can tell us what to do, because I know those Legit Kits can look a little bit intimidating. So I chain pieced all of these on the one side of the line. So I'm just cutting them apart and I'm going to chain piece the other side. And I'm sewing a little slower than usual. So if you guys are ahead of me, go ahead and keep going per the directions. I'm talking too much, that's why. But I'm excited to see everybody because it seems like it's been a while since I was off for a while. Cheryl Curley said, I'm going to be in Halifax. I need to check my credit card. I did get an email from Cotton Cuts, but I ignored it. Hey, Melissa, no worries. You're not late. We're just talking and sewing. Stephanie, is that the colors for your spring project box? Purdy, yes. I love it. They're all very springy. Rose colors, pinks and tea rose and greens. And there's like a dark ivy green. May 21st for the block of the month. Okay. The other block of the month that's coming up is the Allison Glass Carousel block of the month. I believe we get the cutting instructions this month or May, and then we get I think the first sewing is in June. I'm not positive. But I'll be showing you guys that here on my channel too. If you haven't seen it, go to AllisonGlass.com and check it out. It's really pretty, very colorful. For those who like rainbowy stuff, it's very rainbowy. The diamond heart print is cute. Yeah, I like that one too. Thank you, Linda. I am feeling a lot better. I think another really good night of sleep and I'll be 100%. Linda said, I'm working on the Rosy Posy. So far, I've made one of the tulip. Awesome. I'd forgotten how much I liked that pattern until I sewed it up for that Sew Yeah class. It was fun. Jan said, hi, Stephanie. Hello, everyone. I hope you're feeling much better. Yes, Jan, I am. I did not feel very good this last week. Felt like I got hit by a bus. But other than just being tired, I'm feeling a lot better. I don't have time for this sick stuff. I have to do things. So take care of my kids. So that Mr. Sick person, whoever gave it to me, needs to stay away from me. Shit, that's funny. For any of you that are on Instagram, she said, I keep forgetting I'm not on Instagram and trying to heart comments. That's funny. Hi, Tracy. How you doing? Melissa said, I'm not normally big on block of the months, but some of them are so pretty. Yeah. I've signed myself up for way too many of them this year. But I feel like, I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like during the pandemic, fabric and block of the months and things, they kind of got very like dull as the pandemic kind of kept going. I feel like the fabrics got almost, and I hate to say boring, but just they didn't have a lot of color, a lot of personality. I felt like everything was really washed out, and now all of a sudden everything's bright and back. So kind of exciting because it makes me want to sew everything. So let's see. Holy Girl said, hey Steph, so glad to see you again. I've missed watching. Pam Miller. Thank you, Pam. Good to see you too. I don't think I have seen you for a while, so nice to see you here. Hi, Beverly. Tracy said, I'm good, Steph. You missed me when I said, oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Tracy. Yeah. I try to get everybody, but sometimes the names go past really quick and I don't see them, so I apologize. Hi, Carrie. Good to see you. Lori said, I talked my husband into canceling my sew sampler subscription. I'm interested to see what, I haven't looked yet, what's in the latest box after I canceled mine, but I also don't want to like regret canceling it because I don't regret canceling it. So I almost kind of don't want to look. Let's see. Here, oh, Nancy, you're doing carousel medallion as well? I am too. Yeah. The cutting starts next week, right, Nancy? Not the actual sewing. I think we get the cutting first. Oh, that's okay, Pam. I am doing better now. But thank you for that. It just was the perfect storm this last week because I had a lot of things I needed to get done. None of them got done because I got sick. Plus, on top of it, my husband was out of town in Texas for work. So, yeah, I felt really bad for my 14-year-old because she got stuck taking care of everybody because mama didn't move out of bed for over a day. Hi, Sherry. Sherry said, I canceled the sew sampler back in October and have watched unboxing ever since. I regret nothing. I feel like I'm going to have that reaction too. I'm going to be like, oh, that was good, but if I want that fabric, I can buy it. Not that I need any more fabric. I have so many projects and so many things to do. Lori said, I liked the boxes, but it was giving most of it away. That's why I canceled. It's not that I thought it was a bad box. Some people took my cancellation video as that I thought it was bad. I didn't think it was a bad box. I think it's great for beginners who don't have any kind of stash and want smaller projects to learn how to quilt and need all the little kitschy things that come in there, right? And I don't mean kitschy as a bad word, but like the snips and the, needles and um, all the things. I was way beyond that. And I was pretty much giving almost every box away. And I thought, why am I paying for this and giving it away when I could be using that money to buy what I really want? So I do think their patterns are really, really well written. And that's probably the one thing I'll miss is their patterns. A lot of time I had to enlarge them because the projects were too small. But that's easily done, especially since they write the patterns very beginner friendly. Um, but honestly, I'm gonna probably watch it and see what fabric comes in just in case there's any fabric I don't know about. But most of the fabrics that were coming were Moto fabrics, so I knew about most of them anyway. So okay, done sewing the Hasker triangles. Now I'm just gonna snip these guys apart and then cut them apart and start ironing. The most fun part about Hasper triangles. I don't mind sewing them all. It's the ironing that I'm like, oh, I don't love to iron. I know some people do love to iron. Cutting and sewing the center blocks of the carousel. Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought we weren't sewing until the next month, but that's cool. That'll be exciting to go ahead and sew up something. Sherry said the thing I like with the April box is new block of the month. Ooh, see, that's why I kept it for so long because I wanted the rest of the blocks of the month. So I'll have to look at other people's. That's okay. Hi, Priscilla. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm mad mommy immunity let you down, Steph, right? Oh, thanks, Patty. Melissa said, I always caught everything as a kid except chicken pox. Thanks goodness. Thank goodness. Actually was one of the, I had chicken pox and I had rubella. I think I caught everything. I haven't had the flu in a really long time. So I was actually really shocked that I got it. So, and I didn't know anybody who had the flu. So I must have picked it up at grocery store or something because I really don't go anywhere except for the grocery store, the post office, home. So yeah. Let's see. Hi, Shelly Clark. Good to see you. Sherry said that's the same with me. I have so many things on progress. I don't need any more notions. I pretty much have the things I want and need. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Chloe said, I agree with you about the patterns, Stephanie. Yeah. I like their patterns. They were really well written. Janet said, morning, Stephanie and everyone. Bit early for me. Just woke up and having my coffee. Good morning. Coffee sounds really, really good, Janet. I'm a little bit sleepy right now. Sherry said, I put the money towards a block of the month that is a lot cheaper. Oh, good. That's a good idea. Hi, Ange. Good to see you. Thanks for being here live. Pam said, yeah, it's a good beginner box. I canceled my subscription a few years ago. I was piling up on boxes, good items for my granddaughter. Perfect. Yeah, actually, when I was going through my boxes for the last year, there were several projects that I was actually going to give away, but my daughter was like, oh, I think I could maybe do that. So she kept a few of them because they were, beginner friendly. So that they're pretty good. I think they're good for kids too. I agree with that. Quilting retreats. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about with quilting retreats, but I'm glad you're talking amongst yourselves. Oh, is it Tracy's birthday? Happy birthday, Tracy. Red velvet cake. That's one that my husband likes. Oh, tomorrow. Aw, well, happy birthday early because I won't be on tomorrow, but yay. Janet said I'm not a fan of the sew sampler box. I would rather use money towards getting fabric. Yeah. Eileen said the patterns really are the best, especially easy to read. Yeah, I agree. I always thought they did such a good job on their patterns. I was hoping that, I know that they say they're exclusive to the sew sampler box, but I was hoping that like in a few years down the road, they might publish a book with like some of the best ones in there after they've been in the sew sampler people's hands for a while, you know. I think that would be cool. Tonight I'm working on my project box, and the spring project box. My pattern is called Rose Garden. And if you didn't get the spring project box, the pattern will be in my Etsy shop if you would like to buy just the pattern. Especially for my overseas friends, because I can't ship this overseas. I've checked into it just to Canada. This box is $60 to ship, which is just ridiculous. So it's crazy. For just a few pounds, it just blows my mind how expensive that is. I don't live not too far from the Canadian border. I feel like I could drive it to Canada for cheaper than I could ship it. Right now, I'm just cutting apart half square triangles. This is more fun than ironing them, though. I could toss it over to the board of the people. I could put it on a boat and come across Lake Erie to you guys. That's funny. Toss it over the border. I live on the southern shore of Lake Erie, and if you take a boat just a mile or two into the lake, or out onto the lake, I should say, not into the lake. We're not going under the water, but your cell phone changes to Canadian or to international, and you're in Canada within just a few minutes. So for those of you who don't know much about the Great Lakes, because I know some of you have never been to the Great Lakes, there's a bunch of little, not a bunch, a handful of small islands on the western side of Lake Erie. And one of the islands over there is Pele Island, and that's actually Canadian. Even though it's right in the middle of the lake, it's right over the line. So carrier pigeon. That would work. A Moses basket for fabric smuggling. Then I'd have to put them in like some sort of watertight case if I put them in a Moses basket. They get very wet. No, I didn't get it up there yet, Nadine. I'm going to put it up after this sew along, after today. So later tonight it'll be up there, which you'll be sleeping already. But it'll be there in the morning for you. I did add a couple of my older patterns though that were sew alongs before this last week or so. Those are up there. And I added my new patriotic pattern contribute. So if you're looking for a Quilt of Valor pattern, or just like red, white, and blue quilts, that pattern's up there too. That's right, Stephanie, on the island, I forgot. Yes, you have to have a passport to go to Pele Island, which I think is hilarious because we can go to all the other islands, but if you like take the boat just a couple more miles, or you have to have a passport. It's very strange because it's not mainland Canada yet. It's still in the middle of Lake Erie. So you actually can take a ferry out of the city that I live in to go to that island, but yep, you have to have a passport. So Shannon said the bland stitches smuggling ring. That's funny. Melissa said, I'm watching you guys set up a smuggling ring. Shh, don't tell. Smuggling is supposed to be secret. You could send my Delore. We're already discussed that she is very close to me. She is very near. Oh, that's kind of cool though that you're close. So are you near the Detroit crossing, Tracy? Yeah, that wouldn't work for Nadine. For Nadine, it would have to go across the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know if a Moses basket would make it all the way across that ocean. Or a carrier pigeon for that matter. Rhoda said, hi, I was on. So yeah, watching an early sale. Are they early today, or were they doing a flash sale? I didn't even know they were on. Sorry about that. Turn my setting on my phone. I don't know how to do that. I'm not going to mess with that while I'm with you guys. Sherlock so said Port Huron. Oh, okay. I am directly north of Toronto, about 3.5 hour drive. Oh, okay. Oh, flash sale. Okay. They have anything good over there? What were they selling? I usually pop into their stuff, but for some reason I'm not getting their notifications anymore. So I'm gonna have to go in and resubscribe. Love the red and white behind you. Oh, thank you. Those are the Christmas stitch block of the month from Pastry Shop Quilts. I like them a lot. Enjoyed your critique of the quilt retreat. Want to go sometime? Oh, you should. If you haven't been to a So Yeah quilt retreat, it's one that I definitely recommend. I know not everybody can go all the time because if you don't live right there, it could be costly to get there and things like that. But it's one of those things, like if you're a serious quilter, if you're able to physically, obviously, and financially, two of the things you should do as a quilter is go to a So Yeah retreat and go to Missouri Star. If you're looking for that kind of experience. If you're looking for like a quilt show, the two best in my mind that as a quilter you'd want to go to is the show in Paducah, Kentucky, and then also Houston International Quilt Festival. It's the quilts that you see there, it's out of this world. I went there and I was like, yeah, I was feeling like I'm a pretty confident quilter, but then I felt when I was there, I was like, oh, I'm a baby quilter compared to these people. They were pretty amazing. Gorgeous quilts from all over the world. Sharon Olive said, do you still do retreats and do you have openings? Yes, I still do retreats. Actually, I have one coming up in Washington, but that one's sold out. I have a couple openings at my Pennsylvania retreat in a city called Walnut Port. It's I love that retreat center. It's a cute little house. Well, it's not little, it's huge. I say little, but it's huge. I think the sewing space alone is like, I don't know, at least 1,000 square feet or more, but it's probably more. But the house is, I'm not sure how big it is. I'm gonna totally mess this up, but it's got to be at least 4,000 square feet. Beautiful place. It's very calming, relaxing, but within minutes, it's like it's sort of in the country, but within minutes you're back in like the city. So you're not far from grocery stores and gas stations and things like that, but it's just very quiet there. So it's a nice place to, if the weather's good, which it was most of the time, sit outside, take a minute, relax, meditate, or just enjoy each other's company. It's just a beautiful place. So anyway, that's Walnut Port, Pennsylvania. I've got a couple openings in September left. And then I have a retreat in Georgia for New Year's Eve, which is sold out. And then I will have more retreats next year. I already have Ohio planned, and I will probably have PA again, and we'll see about the rest. But yes, I'm going to keep doing retreats. I love to do them. I love meeting all of you. That's the best part. It's so much fun to meet everybody. Because you all see me, but I don't see you. So it's really nice when I get to meet everybody and put your faces to your names. They sell out too fast. Do you mean So Yeah's retreats, Shelley? In the past, I mean, they sell out quickly, but in the past, it's taken a couple of days. But this last one, it sold out within a couple of hours, and I was shocked to see how fast it sold out. But they've done a couple now, and from what I understand, I wasn't at the first one, I was at the second one. I thought they did a pretty good job, or actually an amazing job, not just a good job. And from what people were saying that had been to the first one and came back to the second one, that the second one was even better. So maybe with the exception of the food, I think, but you know, we don't go to retreats just for food. We go for sewing, right? So it seems like a lot of those people spread the word. Plus, you know, I don't know how much I played a part, but I did put my video up, and I know a lot of people said they wanted to go. So I think the word's getting out that they're doing a pretty good retreat. So yeah. Kathy said, Catherine, hi, Catherine said, I try to go to Paducah every year, but couldn't go this year. Only about 3 hours from where I live. Oh, darn, that stinks. I would love to join you there. I have not made it to the Paducah show yet, but I've seen so many pictures from people, and I really want to go. And it's like you said, it's really not that far. I think I'm about 6 or 7 hours away, maybe, from where I live here. Of course, I'd have to be, you know, stay a couple days since it's not just a couple hours away, but that's one that's on my bucket list. Do you starch your fabric and still starch the seams? Yes, I do. I best press my fabric, and then I still use the acorn pen on the seams. Now, because this is layer cake, obviously they're not best pressed because you can't starch pre-cuts. So I'm definitely using the acorn this time to hopefully get these blocks going how I want them. So Del Marie said, I'm so happy you're continuing the retreats. Yes, I am too. I really love them. It brings me joy to go out and meet everybody. So, and to see everybody that comes back, because it's like seeing your friends all over again. I think that's been the coolest thing about this journey for me on YouTube is I've gotten to meet people literally from all over the world. I mean, we have Nadine from France, we have Ange from the UK, we have people from Canada, we have people from Australia. It's really neat. That's been the really coolest thing. New Zealand, there's a gentleman from Taiwan that I've met, and it's things that wouldn't have happened without the power of YouTube and Zoom. And there's a lot of things I don't like about the electronic age that we're in. Sometimes I feel like we don't take enough of a break from electronics and social media, but there's a lot of upside to it too. I feel like there's people that I never would have met or never would have been connected with if it weren't for this whole thing. So yeah. And their retreats allow me to meet a lot of those people in person. So it's great. Can't forget about the bidet at Walnutport. Yes. If you come to Walnutport, there's a bidet on every toilet. And Shannon gave us a nice demonstration on how to use it. It was fun. Hi, Adam. Good to see you. Adam's another one from the UK. Said he's popping in before bed. He's got a channel here on YouTube as well, and he is an amazing sewist. So if you haven't checked out Adam Sews, you need to go over there. He makes beautiful bags. He loves Tula fabric, so he's got an amazing channel over there. I love watching him. And he's just a lot of fun. So, and he's got some cute puppies too. Oh, thanks, Ingrid. Ingrid said, my retreats bring people together, and that's one thing I enjoy about it. And I've gotten to meet some really nice people like Ingrid and Shannon. I met them both at retreats. Felipe said, I'm so excited and can't wait for Tomato started to plan the trip. Yeah, I got your email about Seattle too, and I will email you back, I promise. So we'll get you set up over there. I've got to nail down my flight yet. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then I'll let you know when I'm coming in. Shannon said the bidets are aggressive. I think it would be nicer if they had like a way to warm the water on that cold water. Ooh, that's a little harsh. Some of us older ladies really appreciate a bidet, just saying. Yeah. I think it's a good, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just, it was really cold. And Shannon didn't actually like sit down. She just was messing with it, and we all kind of were watching. But she wasn't using it at the time. We were just all very curious, so. Let's see. 2 coffees and it's just gone 6 a.m. said Janet. Can I have one? I need a coffee. I'm really sleepy. Adam said, thanks, lovely. Did you get a new iron? Have you tried the mini Oliso? Yes, I have the mini Oliso, and I have that one packed for retreats. I did get a new iron. This is the newer steam fast iron. I don't know if you've seen, I'm gonna put it up here too. This one, the handle comes down so you can pack it if you want to take it somewhere, but I just keep it here. The older steam fast iron that I had, the cord in the side right here, it was one of those that was in the recall. Of course, I didn't know it at the time. I was actually making a video. It wasn't live, thank goodness, because I was, when it happened, I was like, oh! So I would have scared the heck out of all of you guys. But I was making a video and the whole cord just blew up, and this whole thing was black right here, and it had like caught on fire just a little bit, but it went out really quick. And so I had to get a new iron. Oh, that piece keeps falling off this iron. And I literally just tossed it out because I was like, well, I guess this was a bad one, you know, and I didn't have like the receipt or anything like that. So I just threw it away and got a new one. Well, here, come to find out, now there's a recall on those, and you could actually like get your money back for it because they're finding they caused fires. Well, when I saw that, I was like, well, yeah, I could have told you that because mine caught on fire. So it didn't really catch on fire. It wasn't like a fire. It was just like a burst out of the side, and then this whole thing was like black, and the whole cord had like literally blown out of the iron. Like the cord was separate from the iron. It was crazy. But I do have a mini Oliso. I do like that one too. The problem with the mini Oliso that I have, and this is not, it's a good iron. It gets really hot, and I like that because I like a hot iron. I'm one of those who will burn my hands in the name of having flat flux. The problem with the mini Oliso is the way you grab it right here. I have arthritis in my hands, so I have a really hard time when you have to grab it for long periods of time. It kind of hurts my hand, but that's the only criticism I have of it. But that's a personal thing for me because I have the arthritis. Probably if I didn't have that, it would be fine. My daughter likes the little mini Oliso. She borrows it from me. She's starting to sew. She's 14 and she likes it a lot. That's her favorite iron. So it's just a me thing, but I do like it. It gets really hot. Janet said, I would love to go to a retreat. They're so much fun if you can ever get to one. Math Geek said, Philippa, I live near Bellevue, Washington. Just east of Seattle. Stephanie can give you my contact info if you need anything locally. Thank you, Math Geek. I'll keep that in mind. I might contact you and see if she needs anything or how to get her up, pick her up and get her up there and all that kind of thing. So There's a recall on one of the common mini irons, the Steamfast and the Brookstone mini travel irons. Yeah, that was the other Steamfast that I had, the one that blew. That was the one that had a recall because I saw the picture of it and then I looked at and I was like, yep, that's the one I threw away that blew up. Sherlock So says, I have a brand new iron in the package still. I have to look at the recall. Yeah, check and make sure there's like certain serial numbers that are recalled. So go to their website. If you have a Steamfast iron, go to their website and put that number in and see if yours is one of them. Because some people have gotten shocked. I didn't get shocked. I just got the, you know what, scared of me. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I was videotaping and not live because that would have been an interesting reaction you guys would have seen. Yeah. Stephanie, I see Miss Sarah running at least one branch of your business in about a minute. Yeah, I don't know about that. She came to the Millersburg retreat with me though, and she was just there to kind of help me set up. And my husband was going to take her back home, and she was like, well, can I stay? And I had brought an extra sewing machine. So she ended up staying. She sewed a little bit, but she actually helped me a lot. So I could see her doing something like that in the future because she really liked meeting everybody too. So Nancy said, I've had my Steamfast for 4 or 5 years. Yep, that was my go-to iron, that little Steamfast one. And I'd had my first original one for about 6 years before, by the time it finally died. And I was really happy with it. I mean, I think they're like $20 or something. So I was like, well, 6 years, $20. Yeah, that's, that's plenty of use, I think. I mean, I feel like I got my money's worth. So then I bought when mine died, I bought another one. And I only had it for about 2 weeks when it literally blew up right here in my hand. So then I got this one, which is also made by Steamfast, but it's a little bit different. This one's got it's a little more expensive, not much though. I want to say it was like 30, and it has the handle can fold down if you want to take it as a travel iron. So far so good, because I keep the little Elisa one packed for retreats. It's really hard to like pack and unpack when you go as much as I do. So I have not everything two of, but I have two of quite a few things. That way I don't have to just keep repacking everything. Priscilla said, I had a wonderful time at the Millersburg retreat. Yay. I'm so glad. I have a cordless Steamfast with no issues. Ooh, cordless one. That might be good. Shelly said, I'll be there early for Camino too. Yep. Shelly said, I'll bring extra sewing machines if we need them. Awesome. Thank you, Shelly. Shelly's offered to help me out at a few of my retreats, so she's gonna be teaching us how to make a bag at in Washington. So I'm excited about that. Hi, Pamela. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I'm just ironing a million half square triangles. This is my least favorite part, but it's got to be done, right? Felipe said, thanks, ladies. I will definitely need a sewing machine. Yep. I've already been thinking about you with that. One of these days, I'll be able to do a retreat, said Lori. That'd be great. So anybody that's from the Midwest, here's a good question for all of you. And I guess you don't have to be from the Midwest because I have people that fly in from California and Texas for Ohio. So you could be anywhere across the country. So anybody across the country, really. If you know what Shipshawana is in Indiana, Would you be interested in a quilt retreat there? Because I was thinking about looking there for another location. If you don't know what Shipshewana is, it's another Amish country or another Amish settlement in Indiana. It's like Amish country, Ohio, but in Indiana. So I was thinking about looking into doing a quilt retreat there. Just kind of curious if anybody would be interested in that. It's sort of in northern Indiana, closer to Michigan and not too far from Ohio. So I could drive there too. What are the blocks behind you again? That is the block of the month from Pastry Shop Quilts. It's their, yeah, I can almost talk. Their Christmas stitch that we just started. We just did the second month. Second month just came out. I don't even know if you guys that are doing it have received it yet. So I just did the video for it. Can't believe your daughter is 14 already. Boy, time flies. I know. I think when I started my channel, she was probably 10, maybe. She was little because I went back and looked at their very original video with her in it. And she looks so little. She's just growing too much, too fast. She was 10 or 11. I don't remember, but. Oops, I missed some stuff. Let me go back and look. Shannon said, we had a blast having you at the Millersburg retreat. To Priscilla, all the new folks fit just right in and were so fun. Yes, they did. I love that. I was a little nervous because so many of you guys were returning and I was nervous for the new people, but thank you to everybody who returned because you really like embraced all the new people and I felt like everybody got along really well. So that was awesome. Oh, thanks, Janet. Let's see. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl Manka. Sorry, I don't know if I killed her name. Manka. She said, is Yvette going to be at the retreat? No, she is doing her own thing. She's got her own retreat things going on. She wanted to focus on FPP retreats, so that's what she's doing. So wishing her luck. So I hope it goes really well for her. It's hard to do scheduling with my family. Yeah. Sherry Harris said, me. Are you talking about Indiana? I'm loving the color of that, Stephanie. Me too. Lori said it's been ages since I've been to Indiana. Me too. I actually went to college there for a year and graduated from high school in Indiana. I just lived there for like about 2 years. So I haven't been back for quite a while. That was 100 years ago. So I've driven through it, but I haven't stopped in Indiana for a long time. Nancy said, I've been to Shipshewana, but not for a retreat. I do know some ladies that go to the retreats and they love it. Awesome. Priscilla said, thanks so much, Shannon. Coming alone, I was hoping I'd fit in. You fit right in, Priscilla. We love you. It was great fun. Oh, Russ said, yay, quality time with my seam ripper. I sewed the wrong quadrants together. It happens. Especially when you're nearing the end of a quilt, it happens. I found that you get so close and that's when a mistake happens. Like the quilting god saying, you don't get to finish this quilt. Let's see. I have family in Indiana, Kentucky. They're all within a few miles of each other. Very cool. Patty said, just finished the piecing using scraps and about another 2 yards of background. I'll add borders later tonight and picture over in the Facebook group. Awesome. I can't wait to see them. You probably should have enough scrap left, at least from the layer cake, where you can make something else with it. So Indiana, I can hit I-65 and head straight north. Yay! That would be awesome. It wouldn't be this year. I'd be looking at it for probably 2025 because believe it or not, you have to book retreat places over a year ahead. Some are already booking 2026. So kind of crazy that you have to book that far, but you do. Indiana, Georgia, Ohio, Washington, all places I am willing to go. Oh, cool. And these are the end of the quilt, the last few seams. Yeah. Stephanie, I think I should invite myself to visit them at just the right time. There you go, Melissa. Let's see. Patty said you can literally get a second throw by adding more background. Cool. Is the Indiana location handicap accessible? Yeah, it's the one I'm looking at is actually a hotel, and they have most of the, I think their rooms are all, don't quote me, I think their rooms are all actually on the ground floor. They might have some, I don't think they have a second floor, but maybe they do. And the quilting space would be on the ground floor. So I'm gonna go check it out in a couple months and then I'll let you guys know. Oh, that would be pretty. Shannon said she's thinking about doing a pieced backing with her leftover layer cake pieces. That'd be neat. Nancy said, Russ, I'm sorry, but we must not forget about Jack. Yep. We got to show him love every once in a while. You got to make a little oopsie just to bring him out and make him feel special every now and then. That way, when you make a really big oopsie, he's willing to come out and play. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to take a break from ironing these because this is the part I like the least. And I want to sew something. All right. So the ones I've done so far, I'm going to trim those up to 4.5 inches square. And put one of these blocks together. And then I'm going to put one of the 4 patch blocks together so we can start to see how this thing is going to go. Most of the retreats, Millersburg is handicap accessible. Georgia is handicap accessible. Somewhat. We had to, one of the gals who was handicapped this past year, we had to just drive her up to the dinner spot because the stairs were not handicap accessible, but any of the ones that are at a hotel are. Retreat centers are private, so they're not required to be. So some of those are not, but even Camino Island is really can be handicap accessible as well because there's a way to get into the space that doesn't require you to go to the stairs if you have the bedroom in the basement. So, or by the sewing space, I should say. Not really a basement. The bottom floor, I guess, is a better word for it. Am I making my blocks scrappy? Nope. You know, I can't do that, girl. I am not a scrappy quilter. No. I'm just going to make one of these really quick and then make some of the 4-patch blocks. I want to sew something before I leave you guys. Now, next week, Sean will be on and we'll show you what we've been working on. And then probably once we're done, I'll continue working on this because obviously we're not going to finish this in one night. Now, you might at home because you might keep sewing after you're done, but I've got some other things to do, so I'm not going to keep sewing on this tonight. So I will bring this back next Saturday. And like I said, keep working on it after Sean and I show what we've been working on. So feel free to keep going on it or join me next week. Let's see. Oh, take care, Janet. Have a good day. Sally said, I'm sorry I'm late. Science fair tonight at school for my grandson's 2nd place. Congratulations. That's awesome. And you do not ever have to apologize for being late, especially for something like that. That's important to be at. Ironing isn't as bad as the squaring up. For me, that's the worst. Oh, that's the part I like. I like seeing them get square, but it does become tedious after a while. So if I break this into a couple little sessions of ironing and squaring, it maybe won't be so bad. I don't know why, but I don't like ironing. Except that it does make the fabric look pretty. Let's see. I was going to really try to make mine scrappy, LOL. Oh, I wish I could let go and do that. My brain just won't let me. Yeah, that's awesome, Sally. Good job. Tell him we told him, said good job. All right, so I'm going to set these aside for a minute and I'm going to make a few of the 4 patches because kind of bored with half square triangles right now. I do like them, but they do get boring after a while. All right, so let me find some of these. Get a few different colors here. These you can also chain piece. And these are going to go together a lot quicker than the half square triangles did. But once you have all this made, the whole quilt top will come together really fast. It's just making all the pieces parts. Oh, and my background fabric, because a few of you asked what I was using. I'm using this. It's called Sparkler from Riley Blake. I'll put it here too. It's kind of got like a gold X kind of thing going on it. I thought it looked nice with this fabric. It's one of their basics. Melissa said, I'm the opposite. I have a layer cake and I'm planning an applique quilt with it. It's making me twitch. When I do scrappy, it looks like patchwork from the 70s. That's cool. I love scrappy quilts. So I know that I say I don't like scrappy. It's for me. I love scrappy quilts though. Like I'm drawn to them when I see them at quilt shows. I've long armed them for people. I love the way they look. My brain just can't allow me to mix up stuff like that. My brain needs things to be orderly. So I can't personally sew them, but I love them. My idea of scrappy is a pre-cut, said Felipa. And said, Steph, which fabric line are you using? This is called At First Sight by Danny Mogstad for Riley Blake Fabrics. So At First Sight. I love these colors. I think they're very yummy together. Lori said it's really hard for me to make scrappy. Yeah. My brain almost puts up like red warning bells in my head or something like when I try to do it. I think it's the control. I can't just let go when I've tried, but oh well, it is what it is. Jan said, I love the fabric line you're working with. Thank you. I do too. It's really pretty. It's almost kind of English gardeny, I guess, for lack of a better term. We have a few of these sewn up and then we can do a few four patches together. I was on retreat west of Brisbane, said Philippa. Yeah. It was cool seeing the kangaroos. So happy you shared that. I love this line. I'm planning on working on it this week. Awesome. Sharon said, you know how some people don't grasp Cafe or Tula? That's my brain on Scrappy. Yeah. Well, I used to be like that. I didn't used to get Cafe or Tula, and I'm really warming up to them now. So maybe that means eventually my brain will warm up to Scrappy. I don't know. We'll see. Probably one of the things that helped me too, and this is just, I'm very lucky that I got to meet some of these people, but I got to meet Kafe and Tula both. So like after I met them both, then I wanted to make something with their fabric. So that sort of encouraged me to reach out of my comfort zone and try some of those fabrics, and it worked because now I like them. I don't like everything from every designer. I mean, like even the designers I don't like every single thing they do. And same with Tula and Kafe, but I've definitely can see different things that I couldn't see before in them that I like. And the new Tula pink that just came out, the Everglow, that's selling out everywhere. That's gorgeous. And the funny thing is that there's a lot of people that I think people either like Everglow or they don't. There's like no in between. And there's a lot of people I've heard that don't like Everglow, but they have seen her next line that's coming out. It's called Besties. And it's all like pets that you would have had growing up, like dogs, cats, goldfish, bunnies, hamsters, turtles, that kind of thing. And to me, I'm not as interested in that line. When I saw that one, I was just like, eh. But other people are like, that's my favorite line ever from Tula. So it's just funny how we're all so different and what we like is different. Good thing there's lots of designers and lots of fabric out there. Oh, that's a good idea, Sue. Sue said, I like scrappy, but I like to keep it in color families or themes, so it's not so jumbled to me. Yeah, I think it would be a lot easier for me, Sue, like you were saying, to do like a blue and purple scrappy quilt because I love those colors, and those colors to me, to my brain, go together and make sense. It's really hard for me to have a whole bucket of all different colors because it's not just the color, it's also the print on the fabrics. Um, and throwing the prints and the fabrics and the different colors all together, it's like that is, I don't know, something about it. My favorite still is All Stars. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. I do light and dark for scrappy. That's my only real criteria. Oh, that's a good idea. Russ said the neon bunnies called it for me with besties. I do like the bunnies, Russ, but we have a bunny. So my daughter actually saw it first and she's like, Mommy, you're getting some of that bunny fabric to make me something. So I like the bunnies, but yeah. We also have cats and I don't really love the cat one. So I don't hate it. I just don't love it. So it's not one I'm like, I have to have that. Where Everglow, I saw Everglow and I was like, I have to have that. Let's see. I based Scrappy on Mother Nature, said Quilting in the Country. Let's see. Shelly said, Melissa, I agree. Dark and light Scrappy, especially with the really ugly. I've heard there's no ugly fabric. If you cut it small enough, it's not ugly. That's funny though. The dark and light side. Come to the dark side. Be a scrappy quilter. My daughter and I use the same word for Everglow lion. Majestic, said Sharon. It is. It's really nice. The lions, the elephants, I love it all. The hippos. Out of all the animals, the giraffe is probably my least favorite, but even that's still really nice. But if I had to like chuck one of them, although we don't want to chuck him. What's the juice stick called by brand name? That is the Acorn Easy Press Precision Piecing Pen. Yes, it's a very long name. I had to have Everglow, even bought a couple of extra yards to make a tote bag, said Katie Crafts. Yeah, I bought that Star Cluster kit, which can't wait to make. And I was like, I'm going to behave. That's all I'm going to buy. That's all I'm going to buy because any of you, if you've bought that, you know, it's expensive. And so I was like, that's it. And then I was sick Tuesday night and laying in bed. So yeah, I had to have it. They had Tula, they had Everglow. And I'm going to blame it on the sick, you know, because because I got to blame it on something. And I bought about a half yard of bundle of Everglow of the animals, and I bought a half yard of the coordinating dots that go with it. So, yep. When it comes, I'm going to tell my husband, I didn't know I ordered that. I was sick. Somebody let me have a computer while I was sick. I couldn't sew. All I could do was lay around. So I had to do the next best thing and buy fabric, right? Have you read the instructions for the Star Cluster kit? It's a little intense. I pulled it out and looked at it very briefly. Russ, but I haven't studied it. But it does seem very intense. It's a very big booklet. So I'm not gonna look at it as a whole big pattern as a booklet. I'm gonna take it one step at a time. I'm gonna start with I like to best press everything. So I'm gonna start with best pressing my fabrics, but I'm probably gonna start with just the animals because there's a ton of fabric, as you know, because you have the kit. I'm gonna best press all the animals, and I'm gonna fussy cut them because there's the directions to fussy cut them, and then put that down. And then I'm gonna go to the next step, and whatever fabric's in the next step, I'm gonna best press that, cut those, and so on and so forth. Because I feel like if I look at it as a whole, I'm not gonna do it because it's yeah, you're right. It's pretty big. The instruction it's a little intimidating, but I think if I break it down in chunks and just do a little bit at a time, I'll be a little more motivated to keep going. So I got the kit and I took it out, saw the fabric because I got excited, and then I pulled out the instructions and I was like, okay. Yep. I'm assuming since you're asking, you probably did about the same thing, right? Oh, that kit is gorgeous. Plead delirium, right? Luckily, they didn't have any of the kits. They just had yardage because I may have done something crazy and bought a whole nother kit. Let's see. Tula is out of my budget because they are all so beautiful that it's hard to choose just one, and bundle costs so much. Yeah. Well, the Everglow is, people think Everglow is the animals plus all the fabrics that go with it that she came out with, the neons, but those are actually not part of the Everglow line. They're basics that match it. The Everglow is actually just the animals. So if you buy like a fat quarter of just the animals, I think it's like 8 pieces. So if you like Tula and you really want some, I would say get like a quarter yard of just the animals because they'll mix with her other basics. And that way it's not so pricey. If you buy the fat quarter bundle, it comes with all the matching things, and that does make it really expensive. But before the animals are gone, because the basics always come back. It's the animals that won't come back. So let's see. Rose said it's confident beginner, but intense looking. Yeah. Just doing pieces, do it a little at a time, and I think it won't be so overwhelming. Because I started looking at it and I closed it because I started getting a little bit, like you said, so it was like, woo. But I think if we just do it a little bit at a time, it won't be so bad. I may have to follow your lead, he said. That's a great idea. I haven't even looked at the pattern yet. Yeah. I pulled out the lion fabric and sat in awe of it. It's so pretty. Yeah. She is an amazing artist, Tula. Just cutting apart all these little pieces. And then I'm going to iron a few of these and make a couple 4 patches. Jan said, "Oh, Steph, you're making me laugh. Yep, sick and ordering fabrics. That's okay. The last few weeks I've been on a bender, thanks to you and Mr. Bland." You're welcome. I'm happy to enable you guys. You know, we do that so we don't feel so bad that we're doing it. But they're doing it too. They're spending money on fabric and patterns that they don't need to. Of course we need them. They're going to be gone and we're not going to be able to get them. Hi, So Terry. Good to see you. Felipa said, "Not usually a Tula fan, but wow, I'm holding off buying until I get to Camino. Fingers crossed they have something." They always have Tula, and they have a lot of the older Tula stuff because their place is huge. The ladies who went to Camino with me, how many bolts do they have? 40,000 or something? It's crazy. You can find just about anything you're looking for there. So Cheryl said, "Quilt in a Day still has the kit on sale for $225. That's a really good deal. I haven't seen it cheaper than $275 anywhere. So it's a really good deal." Hey, Wanda, good to see you. Okay, now I'm going to iron for these guys and put some of these 4 patches together. Gotta get something done today. Nancy said, "I have to go fix dinner. Watch the replay after I eat. Have a great week, everyone." You too. Thanks for coming by. It's nice to see everybody. I'm going to go here in just about 15 minutes. I just wanted to get a few of these 4 patches put together. I was hoping to make a little bit more progress on this, but I was actually hoping to have some of these done before I came on, but that didn't happen with my week. So that's all right. We'll keep working on this next Saturday. The following Saturday after next week with Sean will be the Puzzle Mystery Quilt sew along. And then the week after that, so that would be the 13th, I believe, of May. Gosh, I can hardly believe it's almost May already. The week after that, which should be about the, I think if I'm doing my math right, the 21st, 20th, 21st, something like that. We're going to work on, I'm going to finish working on a couple of charity projects I have going. And then the week after that, I don't remember if that's Memorial Day weekend or not, but I'm going to start my next block of the week. And so I will have some information coming about that soon in the next couple weeks. So it'll be another free sew along right here where you guys can grab the block each week. Let's see. Sue said, "Gotta run. It's been fun." Thank you, Sue. Sharon said, "Do you have any collaborations?" I think you meant with the idiot quilter. I thought you were cute together. Oh, thanks. Well, I'm going to be at his retreat on May 6th. He's doing a virtual Zoom retreat. And then we don't have any other sewing plans right now. We were thinking about doing something in the future, but he's traveling, or he was traveling. He's home now. I've been traveling, and then we're both going to be at Quilt Canada in June. And then I'm going to start traveling again, going to retreats. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do anything before, but we're definitely going to be opening our Missouri Star Advent box again this year together, because they just released it a couple of weeks ago for pre-order, and both he and I pre-ordered it so we can open it together on our channel in December, because that was so much fun this last year. I had such a fun time opening that with him and seeing each other's reaction, and it was kind of funny that we had almost the same reaction to everything. So good night, Ange. Thanks for coming by. Yes, the 13th, if that's the Saturday, Philippa, that's the 13th of May is the next Puzzle Mystery Quilt. Good night, Pamela. They should ship, well, you probably already have yours, but they should ship ours domestically next Friday. So we should all have them for the following. So hopefully, hopefully they'll get to everybody on time. Oh, it's bugging me that I couldn't best press these ahead of time. They're shifty. They're going to be pretty though. So if you sew the Puzzle Mystery Quilt along with me, I will be getting Shannon the link here in the next week, and she'll forward that on to you guys. So keep an eye out for that email. It feels like we just sewed one, but it's been a couple weeks already. Oh, that will be Mother's Day there. Yeah. I believe that's Mother's Day weekend here too, but ours isn't till Sunday. And I know it's already Sunday for you then. So yeah, shucks. Ingrid said it was fun to watch you and Stephen open the Advent box together. Philippa said, I loved your Missouri Star quilt videos with Stephen. We had so much fun. That was a blast. So we're going to do it again. We're crazy and we both signed up for it again. So those of you who got Advents this past year or watched Advent box openings, just curious which one besides Missouri Star that you're looking forward to seeing being opened or getting yourself this next year. I'm kind of trying sort of to decide whether to get the Cotton Cuts one again if they do it again, for instance. I wouldn't get the Notions ones. I was disappointed in the Notions ones from all the places, but I think I don't know what I was expecting. I think that was my own fault. I think I had a different expectation for them than what they were. I think I thought that the Notions might be things that were new. And I know there's not enough new things to fill all the days, but Overfill was great, and they're, rotary blades are always great, and that's fine. But a lot of the Notions were things that had already been on the market for quite a while, and I'd had multiple things from different companies, not just Cotton Cuts. There was a couple other boxes, Ginger Quilter box, I think, too. But I don't think the value is bad or that they did a bad thing with it. I just think that I guess I thought maybe they were going to put new things in. So I'm not going to get those this year. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. Again, if you're a new quilter, I think they were great because they gave you pretty much all the Notions you need, which is amazing. But I was thinking about maybe doing the Cotton Cuts Batik one again. I actually really liked that one. Matthew said, it looks like Cotton Cuts released the colors for the next Puzzle Mystery Quilt on their website. We're going to have to run over there and check it out. Yay. Felipe said, best way to start Mother's Day is sewing with my friends. Oh, good. I didn't know if that would keep you away, which I would totally understand if it did, but that's awesome. I keep forgetting that you're a day ahead because I was like, wait, but that's not till Sunday, but you're a day ahead. That would be Sunday for you. Shelly said, I like the cotton cuts ones. Okay. I think I am going to get that. I might do the batik one again. If they do it again, I'm assuming they're going to. Shannon and Steph, are you planning to organize another sew along together? You mean besides the puzzle mystery quilt? Wanda said, I just can't get myself to buy the Missouri Star box. It's just so expensive. It is. It's very pricey. And honestly, if I didn't want to show it to you guys, I probably wouldn't get it myself because it is very pricey. But it was really so much fun, like opening it with Steven, that I bit the bullet and bought it. Hopefully this next year will be just as good, if not better, than this past year, because this past year was really good. Because I know in the past people have bought it and they really were upset because it wasn't great, but I thought it was pretty good this past year. So let's see. I will be getting Missouri Star quilt and Open Gate quilts, Philippa said. Cool. Russ said, my issue with Christmas box notions that they're Christmas themed, which makes it feel weird to use year round. I still use them though, he said. I do too, because actually we got, you guys know those stash and store things that you can stick pens and notions and stuff in that, you know, Fat Quarter Shop had or made popular. And now they're everywhere now, but Fat Quarter Shop made them popular. The Jolly box this past year, I've quit getting the Sew Sampler, but I'm considering still getting their like holiday boxes because I think they do a good job with those. Last year, I got the Jolly box from them, and there was a stash and store, but a square one that stood up higher instead of being long or rectangular. I will tell you guys, even though that thing is Christmas themed, I have it out all the time. I love that one. I feel like because it's taller, and the base is wider because it's a square instead of a rectangle, it stays up better. The rectangle one, if I put too much stuff in, it flops over. But that one, even though it's Christmas themed, got a Santa Claus on it. I've got it standing up over here. So Cheryl said, was the Cotton Cuts Advent box the one where you got the yellow fabrics? Yes, it was. I will never live that down. I will never say another word against yellow. I don't dislike yellow. I was just shocked that I was getting so many in a row. And I was like, don't tell me it's another yellow. And then I'd open the package and it was yellow. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. And I know some of you are not going to like this because I know I've mentioned this before and I've gotten some negative feedback. Let's just say brown is not my color. I don't love brown. There's a place and a time and place for brown for me. I love brown in other people's quilts. I don't personally like to work with brown. And that's okay. We all have our tastes, right? If I had gotten brown 4 or 5 days in a row, I would have been mad. I wasn't mad about the yellow. I was just like, can I get a different color? Because I just wanted a different color. That's all. I didn't want to open the same color day after day. I've actually used, out of the 4 yellows that I've got, I've already used 2 of them. So I don't hate yellow. I just was surprised that there were so many in a row. And it seemed to be the dominating color, whereas some of the colors that I feel that most quilters like, I think most quilters like blue. I don't really know any quilter who, well, that's not true. I've met one person who doesn't like blue, but you don't come across too many people who don't like blue. And I think there was 1 or 2 blues in that entire 24-week pack. And there was like 1 red and 1 purple and 1 pink, which for, you know, some people that would be great. But for me, I was like, can I have more of the bright colors? And, you know, not that yellow is not bright, but I wanted some of those, more of those colors. And even if you could have replaced 2 of the yellows with 2 of the other colors, you know, but I wasn't unhappy. I still loved it. I loved that package. I thought the batiks were great, and I've used quite a bit of them. So Del Marie said, yes, I already decided which cotton custom mystery colorway I want. Something very different. Ooh. Shelly said, I already picked my favorite colorway. I will have to get up super early to claim it. Well, and now that you've already done one, you get early access. So you get first pick. I can't wait to see. Hey, Gia, good to see you. How you doing? Melissa said, I'm not big on buying things because they are a certain color, like scissors and cutters. I'm fine with spray paint and covering it with vinyl. That's funny. Oops. Oh, hi, Helen. Good to see you. You didn't miss. I'm just sewing stuff. You're good. I'm almost done, but sewing for tonight anyway. Shannon said, I heard my name. I'm multitasking baking cupcakes. They asked us, Shannon, if we were going to do any other sew-alongs together, which would be fun. We haven't talked about that yet, but it could be fun. Sherlock So says, you got a lot of yellow. I did get a lot of yellow. Yes, Gia, I did mention the Fort Worth Fabric Studio sew-along earlier. The next one starts May 15th, so really, really soon. They sold out of kits. It's called American Made. It is red, white, and blue. So if you're not American, I'm sorry, but you can sew your stash so you can pick all your own colors if you're overseas. But they sold out of kits, but they put more in stock. So if you are interested in sewing American Made and using their fabrics, you can go grab a kit now. I will, as soon as my fabric gets here, I will do a video and show you guys what the fabrics are going to look like. And I'm just guessing because she's given me an extra one every time to give away that there'll probably be a giveaway. So check later this week or this coming week for that. I think my fabric's going to be here on Monday. I think it was supposed to be here today, but it got stuck at our distribution center. So I will put that video up as soon as I get it so you guys can see it in case you're interested. Helen said, I'm not big on blue or brown or green. Okay, last team, this time on the quilt. Awesome, Russ. I got to catch up. I'm way behind in the chat here. I loved the, oh wait. That Santa bag that Stephen got was good. Don't think they ship to the US. Yes, they do, Cheryl. He checked. So I'm going to look for that one for sure. He asked for me because that was from his local quilt shop. I think that Kawartha quilting that he likes. And I asked him if they would ship that. They were out when he asked for me, but he said they would. So I'm going to get that one because that I thought was a really good one. Sharon said, I love the 2022 Missouri Star box. I enjoyed the many YouTube videos of daily openings. Awesome. Sewing a one block wonder class homework with you. Yeah, I'm working on my project box, Helen. Your game? Okay, awesome. We'll have to come up with something and do another sew along. I buy notions in bright colors so I can see them in the map on my sewing table. That's funny. Right on, Mwanda. I'm not a fan of red, white, and blue fabrics with all 3 colors, especially small prints. They tend to read purple to me. Okay. I feel ya. All right, guys, I'm getting sleepy. I was hoping to get some more of this done tonight, but I'm in slow-mo today. Sorry. So, like I said, next week, Sean, the guy who sews, will be here. So I hope you'll come back and check us out then. It's gonna be a lot of fun to have him here. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him for quite a while now. Pretty much from when he started his channel. He commented on one of my videos during Vlogmas, not this past year, but the year before. And I went and checked him out when he had like 11 subscribers, and we became fast friends. And so I'm really excited to have him because I've been busy and he's been busy, so we haven't had a chance to chat for a while. So I'm looking forward to catching up and revealing our quilts to you guys. And then we'll keep sewing on this because obviously I didn't get too far tonight. So I'm going to keep probably this week, get some more of these half square triangles trimmed and pressed. So that way, when I come back next time, we can just start sewing. And also don't forget, like I said, if you are signed up for Stephen Bland's quilting retreat, which is next, I'm going to turn this off, which is next Saturday. I hope to see you there. Like I said, Sean's going to be guest speaking. So is Russ from Quilt Meets World right here on YouTube, and also myself. So I'm looking forward to that. He's going to have prizes and all kinds of stuff. If you haven't signed up for his retreat yet, a couple days ago, he said he had a couple spots open. I don't know if he's filled those or not, but if you're interested, go to Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter. That's his YouTube over there, and you can find any of his videos and scroll down underneath the video and find his email and email him and say, hey, I'd like you to be part of the retreat. Because if it's full, he'll take your name down and he'll contact you if a spot opens up. And it's virtual, but with Zoom, you only get so many spots. And so that's kind of the limitation. But I know, like, as soon as somebody drops out, he'll let somebody else in. So, but like I said, he had a couple of people drop out. And so he had 2 or 3 spots open. So that's coming up. The following week, which is, let me double check the dates, May 13th, which is, yes, the day before Mother's Day, we'll be sewing the puzzle mystery quilt right here. So I'm going to get the link to Shannon in the next day or so. So take a peek in your email for that if you're part of the puzzle mystery quilt sew along. The week after that, I'm going to do some catch up on some charity quilts that I need to get done right here. And then after that, we'll start my new block of the week. So lots going on. It's going to be a lot of fun. Nadine, you're going to be at Stephen's retreat. Awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see. Shelly said she's going to be at the retreat. Awesome. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. $80 Haskell triangle. Matthew said, just in time, I finished sewing 80 Haskell triangles now to trim and iron. Yeah, it's a lot. Gia said, grabbing my Fort Worth Fabric Studio now. I wonder if anyone will ever invent neon brown. Do we want that color to glow? I'm not sure, because that might mean it's radioactive. Hi, Marla. Good to see you. I'm just about to go, but I thought I'd say hi to you. Just woke up, had a bad headache, so I took a nap. Oh, I'm sorry you had a headache. Those are terrible. Shelly said I have to work on my time zone, sleeping and waking before next Saturday. Yep. Well, it's all day. So, if you have to come in a little late, it'll be fine. So, all right. And then, like I said, next Saturday is Sean, and we'll show you our quilt reveal. We're really excited about that, and also keep working on this project. And hopefully I'll have a little bit more energy by then. So I'm going to go to bed here in a little bit because I'm really tired, and hopefully get a full night's sleep now that my husband is home and I can sleep, not worrying about what kids are doing. And and I'll be back to myself tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to getting my full energy back and getting some sewing done, because I felt like I've got all these projects sitting around here that are just abandoned right now and they need some help. So, all right, guys, watch the replay. It was great to see you, Stephanie, and listening along. Happy to hear you are feeling better. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you so much, Shelly. That was very kind of you. And with that, I will say good night. Have a great week, everybody. And I will see you in videos throughout this week. And like I said, check for that Fort Worth Fabric Studio video so you can see what the fabric is going to look like and maybe win a kit. See you later, guys. Bye.